I had a viewer ask me how I manifested my most recent trip. I went to Singapore and then Bali. I was in Singapore with my boyfriend, and then I went to Bali on my own for 4 nights or 5 nights. And yeah, I manifested it. Well, actually, I'll tell you about how I manifested my upcoming trip to Bali because I'm going again. I'm going again in 9 days. Is it 9 days? Yes, I'm going again in 9 days. So I'll talk about quickly how I manifested the first trip because I didn't really manifest it, to be honest. I just have been manifesting for a long time, and we're always manifesting, but consciously manifesting a life where I can just pick up and go whenever I please, and travel is part of that, and just being able to be spontaneous and also having the money to pay for hotels and things like that. So my boyfriend was going on a trip to Germany where he's from, and I thought, well, why don't I come stay with you in Singapore? It's really cold here. I'd love to go to Bali. So he said, yeah, why not? And so I went to Singapore with him, and then I went to Bali on my own, and now I'm back. And I manifested another trip to Bali. I'm meeting him again in Jakarta, and we're going to spend some time together in Bali. And I'm really looking forward to it. Now, the way I manifested this one was a bit different to the other one. The other one sort of just happened, and that's just part of my manifestation, to have a life where I get to do what I want whenever I want. And this one happened because I really did want to go to Bali with him. I really wanted to go, and I just thought I really wanted to make it happen. And because I always thought it would be a nice thing to do, and we've been thinking about going on a trip at some point anyway, but I thought this was perfect because it's close to where we live in Australia, and it's relatively low cost. And yeah, I just felt like doing it, right? So I suggested it to him, and he was sort of on the fence in terms of he doesn't like to make plans too far in advance. We're very spontaneous. He's spontaneous, and he wasn't really sure. And we were thinking of some other destinations, but I really wanted to go to Bali. So I just started telling people that we were going to Bali. I told our friends, we went out for dinner, and I said, we're going to Bali because some other people were going to Bali. And I said, we're going to Bali as well in October. And I just, yeah, I didn't know that it was going to happen. I didn't talk to him about it really. I just started telling people, and he was a bit like, maybe. And yeah, I just kept saying, oh yeah, we're going to Bali, in a joking way as well. Like, if it didn't happen, it really didn't bother me, because things happen, right? Things mean you have to stay longer in a place, or you need to be home earlier, or it's just not able to be fit in. So I didn't really care either way if it happened, and that's why I took the opportunity to go to Bali on my own, because I thought, why not just go? And if we get to go to Bali again, that would be really cool. And so, yeah, before he went away, I was telling everyone that we were going to Bali, and people were like, oh, really? And we were sort of laughing about it, and he hadn't really decided if he wanted to do that or not. And I decided I did, though. And looks like, well, we've booked our flights and we're going to Bali. So I don't know if that helps you with your manifestations. In the past, there's no way I could have said outright, we're going to Bali, in this joking way, and not cared. And if it didn't happen, I would have been super disappointed. But because my self-concept, because I really don't care, because I know that I create my life, and whatever happens is the best outcome. I also think he'd be lucky to come with me to Bali. We are together It sounds funny to say that about your own boyfriend, but I knew he'd want to do it. I just didn't have any hesitation about him not wanting to come. I knew it had to be feasible within his mind and he had to fit it in with his other schedule and everything else. But I just had strong belief that he would make it happen, because who wouldn't want to come to Bali with me? In the past, though, I would have been really nervous to bring it up out of fear of rejection, out of fear of being too much, out of a lot of fear, actually. Definitely wouldn't have told all our friends and his friends that we were going to Bali, even though we hadn't even discussed it. And it was just a thought that I had, and I just started saying it. So I just spoke it into existence, and now it's happening. But that's why I talk about self-concept all the time. Like, this is the only reason everything is sort of working out for me, like my YouTube channel, my work situation, my relationship, just everything, is because my self-concept is just good. It's just, I understood all this stuff, but I understand it so much more, and it is so much easier and flowy and less stressful as soon as I stepped into the person that I know can have all this stuff. As soon as when I worked on my self-concept enough to see the things flowing in, that I am so secure within myself that whatever happens, I know I am worthy and I am great and I can manifest whatever I want. There's something so liberating about that. And then because you're in that mindset, things seem to come. And whether they come or not, it's not a big deal, because you know you're going to create more exciting stuff. You're going to have more fun. You're going to have more plans, and there's no scarcity around my decisions and my actions and the way I talk. There used to be a lot of scarcity around if something didn't happen, or in the timeline, or there was a timeline that I thought I wanted. If it didn't happen in that timeline, I would be very disappointed, or I'd be nervous about it not happening in the expected timeline. Now I just think of what I want and I just know it's going to happen. I just know it's going to happen, and I am patient and I persist and I just have the full belief. That's what your self-concept does for you when you really tap into who you are, because we're all so worthy just from being born. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to achieve anything. You just have to exist to be worthy. And understanding that and believing that and knowing that about yourself, just gives you so much confidence. And the way you show up in the world with it, there's so much more ease. It's so much more pleasant. There's a lot more excitement, fun. It's just easy. It's just so much easier. Anyway, I really hope that landed for you. You're definitely meant to see this video. Please put a comment down below. Please subscribe. Please like this video. Please sign up to my waiting list for my self-concept course, and I'll see you in the next video.